Namaskara Bengaluru. I am Shwetha, Mrs. Asia International Personality and Mrs. India First Runner-Up 2017. I'm a resident of Manchester in the United Kingdom and hail from the cultural capital of Karnataka, Mysuru. You know, as a child, it was routine each year to sit with my mom and watch Miss World or Miss Universe and root for Miss India to win the title. I'm sure most women here will be able to connect to that. When Miss India won a title, it felt like I had won it, and I always thought it must be the most wonderful feeling to be crowned the most beautiful woman ever. So Mrs. India for me was a very natural journey. I wanted to win the title and proudly represent my nation. But this journey is backed by a few strong pillars, without whom it would have never been complete. And at this point, the two names that stand out the most is Mrs. Dipali Phadnis, the pioneer of Mrs. India, and Mrs. Pratibha Sonchimat, the woman behind Namma Mrs. India Karnataka. It must have been last January when I first saw Pratibha ma'am on YouTube speaking to a news channel and on how Mrs. India Karnataka was empowering women and her own beautiful journey. I sent her a message on LinkedIn in letting her know that I look up to her and aspire to be like her someday. And to my surprise, she responded the next day. She had said that although I had missed the Mrs. India Karnataka that year, all was not lost and that I should send across my application to Mrs. India South. She assured me that she would be there to guide me through if I needed her at any point in time. For a person who dealt with hundreds of women every day, to take the time to respond and inspire us all must be very difficult. But no, she has and continues to do so with utmost humility and modesty. I then met her at the Mrs. India South, and there she was with her sweetest smile, super enthusiastic, positive and dynamic, guiding us beautifully through those 3 days of our grooming. Unfortunately, I fell very sick on day 2 and could barely stand. She was there for me every moment, holding my hand, asking me not to give up, looking after me like a mother, and I was crowned Mrs. India South First Runner-Up 2017 the following day. I then went on to the National Grand Finale, where I shared some of the most beautiful moments of my life with my dearest Pratibha ma'am and my mother on the most prestigious and the most valuable stage of Mrs. India together. And see my destiny, when I was crowned Mrs. India First Runner, I had the privilege to be crowned by her. With tears in my eyes, I only saw her beautiful face and thought to myself, there she is, the woman who realized my dream, the woman who is the pillar of strength and confidence for hundreds like us, the woman who teaches you the essence of never giving up, that to be a winner, you don't need a crown, your humility and optimism is all you need, and the woman who changed my life. I love you loads from the bottom of my heart, Pratibha ma'am, and I send you all the love and light that I can. Mrs. India isn't just a pageant, it's becoming a part of a family that makes you realize your true self-worth, the infinite beauty around you, and makes you fall in love with yourself. Come be a part of Mrs. India Karnataka, a life-changing experience. Celebrate yourself and be you. Thank you. Loads of love coming your way from Nimma Hudgi Shwetha.